Okay, I'm back, and we are going to draw steps in Axonometric now. You see I have lined up my drawing again with the plan underneath, and I've lined it back up at level 0. So the patio is all lined up square, and this is the excavated area, which is all at level 0. And now I'm going, and you see my wall is in red, so you see how it has popped up because of the way we extended it. Now I'm going to draw the steps in here. So where the end of this red line is where my first step is going to start, and my steps are basically going to come up and reach close to the top of this wall. And so that's what I'm going to build now. So we have 3 treads and 4 risers, and my risers are going to be 6 inches in this case. And so, as always with Axonometric, we start with verticals. And so from the bottom of this first step, I'm going to draw a little vertical. Now it doesn't need to be high because I'm just drawing a 6-inch riser. And from the other end of the step, which is behind the wall from my angle, but I'm still going to draw it to get to see the whole step for now. And so I bring my 1/4-inch scale and I scale 6 inches, half a foot, which is only this much, right? And I'm going to draw, using this angle, because it's parallel to the step, the riser. So the riser is going to come that way. And so I'm drawing 2 lines showing the riser, and I'm going to color that in red so you can see that this thin line is the riser of the step. And now, since the tread is horizontal, I can actually shift my plan upwards to trace the tread. You don't have to shift your plan if you're able to visualize it easily, which I don't expect you to be able to do the first time you do an Axonometric. You can actually just draw it with projections. But here I am. Now I've moved my plan a bit too much. I am moving my plan up so that the step, the top of the riser, or the riser in plan, is lined up with the top of my 2 little lines that I've shown in red. So it's just a small shift of the plan that is going to allow me, using my triangle again, because it's easy and it's accurate, I'm going to trace the tread. And so I'm going to do it in red because I'm going to show you how it will show up. There is the tread of that first step. So I've just bumped the plan up by 6 inches for that first step. For the next step, I'm going to do a vertical at this corner where the step rises, the riser rises, 6 inches for the riser, and then another line where that 6 inches falls. And that's my second riser. I'm going to draw it in red again and color it in so that you can see that that's the next riser. Now I'm not coming all the way to the end of the step because that's hiding behind the wall. And so there's no need to draw lines that are going to become confusing as long as you start visualizing it. And then I'm going to push my plan upwards one more time so that the top, the same edge of the tread is lined up with the top of my little red riser. And now I can trace the next tread this way and this way. You see how the second step has just come in with its riser in red. One more riser, up from the corner, 6 inches, and actually I can do that little riser in red too. And I color in the third riser right there, and then I move my plan up to meet so that the same line meets the top of the two. There we go. And I can trace. You see how you have to think about which side of the triangle to use, but you're tracing, so it's easy to figure that out. And that's the top. Riser. And what happens now is we should be meeting the top of this wall with the next riser. 6, 12, 18. So I must have made a little bit of a mistake somewhere. Maybe this bottom riser wasn't high enough, because I'm not expecting to absolutely meet the top of that. Well, wait a minute, it's true. It's correct. This should be 1 foot here, and that's what I've got. So 6 inches of that is the final riser. There we go. There's the final riser, and we meet the top corner of this wall at that point. This is not particularly good design, because I would rather have another step, another tread at the top, which I might go ahead and draw. Because I think it'll be clearer for you. So in terms of design, it would be better for this wall to extend a little bit further and encompass the entire stair and all. So you see I'm building it out, and this is a good example of how an axonometric can help refine a design. What looked fine in plan just didn't really work that well in once the axonometric was shown. And so I'm just going to finish up this whole look. Because this wall sticks up 6 inches above the ground around it, I'm going to draw the back end of that wall. So let me show you what we have in the end. In red, I'm going to put the additional pieces that I decided I needed to make it look really good. Okay, so we have 4 steps. I've extended the little wall out to here, so that this is the cheek wall on one side of the steps, comes around in this curve and continues that way. On this side, the cheek wall is hidden because of our angle, but we see this face of the wall down here. And we also see the little bit of wall that sticks up 6 inches above the grade there. So I will, one more time, take the plan out from underneath, and you will see how this axonometric has shown this design right here in plan. And what the axonometric told me is that I really need to put in a tread up here and allow this wall to extend further so that it looks complete.